Hello. Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome in. We're here for the 59th session of the Deviants Dorks campaign. I hope you're all having a good day. Let me get the correct music. Beyond's going. There we go. But, either way, uh, we're going to start up with the session. We're here for session 59, and we'll hop in with the players.
Most of the attacks I get are
Hello.
revenges because I posted
Hello.
shit.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everyone doing?
I got
Well.
attacked on Art Fight, and I also have boba now. And my burrito will be here in like 30 minutes.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Also,
Xbox
Excel.
controllers are surprisingly good fidget toys.
Huh.
What controllers?
I'm
Just
just sat here like
Fuck yeah, they are.
unplugged controller, just messing around.
But yeah, we
Thank
are.
you for the reminder. I was about to say something.
I was like, wait a
Good
minute.
reminder. We're here for session 59 of the Deviants Dorks campaign. How are y'all doing? Is there anything that's going on? Any streams that are coming up? Anything you want to give a shout out for?
I'm back from Greece.
I'm planning on doing a lot of streams this weekend since I'll be alone in the house for like 5 days.
Nice.
I've returned from Greece, and I don't have a job, so I'm gonna be once I get unsick, I'm gonna be streaming a lot.
No, you should
Hell
stream
yeah.
while sick. It sounds so fucking cute. You're like, no,
I'm
no.
not sick, but I did blow my voice out over the weekend, and I came second in a tournament.
Hey,
Whoa!
nice.
What kind of
We
tournament?
came second in our division. We only lost 2 games of 9.
Nice.
What kind of thing? What was the tournament?
Softball.
Ooh, gay! I love it.
The ball is off. My chin is bruised because I took a bounce ball right into the chin. It was so much harder than I thought it was.
Ooh.
Unfortunate.
Ooh.
Anything else? Anyone else?
I have really gotten back into streaming apparently.
Hell yeah.
Nice,
The
hell
burnout
yeah.
has finally ended somehow in the busiest week that I'm having this month.
Hell
So
yeah.
I will either be streaming, I'll probably be streaming tonight after D&D, sometime after D&D, doing some more art or playing Fallout. Who knows?
Nice.
But I'm back, baby!
Hell
We're all
yeah.
back! Ray. Please feel better.
I'm gonna do my best.
I'm
Also,
just gonna-
everything also
Mwah,
hurts
mwah.
because I'm very sunburned. I think everyone in this VC has seen how bad it is, but
You look like a
because
lobster.
I sent it to the sluts chat.
Yeah, you look like when my mom came back from Mexico when I was a kid.
And then also my necklace tan lines.
That's kind of funny.
Anyways,
It is funny.
to recap what happened last session,
What'd you send me?
Tempter returned. Was teleported back in the middle of a conversation you guys were having with Niverna. You have all made plans to head out of town and head to the next town soon. But before that, the party deviated and went to Hephaestus' temple to allow Tempter some time to try to pray to Hephaestus, which was not working until Tekek stepped up and also prayed, in which then the two of you got whisked away to an identical room where without the rest of the party, and you watched a marital spat between Hephaestus and Aphrodite as she was trying to convince him to leave his room.
Yeah.
With some
He's a gamer.
with he's not a gamer. He's known as the Lonely God. But with some very good persuasion checks, with the help of Tekek, and Aphrodite, you were all, the two of you were allowed access into the room. Oppo could not make it for the session, so Aphrodite just puts a hand on Tekek's shoulder and just says, "We should let these. We should stand back for this one." And escorts Tekek aside. And Tempter, you are left with an open door, and you just this brilliant white light shining in, that you cannot see anything inside this room.
I can't see it. Okay, I can't see it. I can't. No. Okay. So Tempter is just going to. I need to close stream VC. Anyway. Um.
Come on.
No.
This is your own fault. You sent me weird shit.
You wanted it. Anyways. So Tempter is going to continue walking through the door towards this light.
You walk into this door and are immediately blinded by this white light. And as you just take a second for your sensors to recover, the first thing you can tell is the sudden increase in temperature. This new room that you are in is blazing hot, and as your vision slowly recovers, you can look around, and the first thing you see is this giant burning flame in the center of this room. There is this large, just pit built into the ground, like with this ornamental brazier, with this bright fire that is burning and like reaching up to the sky, and the flames are just licking the ceiling. Looking around, this room is built out of white marble, and it is just clustered with items. Every inch of this room is just covered in a project, some kind of metal contraption. There are gears moving. This whole room is alive. There are items moving. There are like chains hanging from the ceiling that you can see are getting pulled along contraptions. And it is a fairly large open room. The floor is just cluttered with small knickknacks and half-built machines and loose parts. It's hard to walk anywhere without stepping on something. And further along the room, you can just see on the opposite side of the brazier, there is movement. Someone is moving back there and seemingly working on something.
Tempter is going to cautiously walk around the brazier to be able to see the figure while also minding all the clutter on the ground. So walking around trying not to step on any of the small projects or spare parts.
You are having to, with each step, you kind of have to brush your foot and just move stuff out of the way. But you make your way around the left of this brazier, and you see that there is a figure large, about 3 times your height, hunched over this small in comparison to his size, but compared to you, still large anvil. And you can see he is just intricately working away at something.
Tempter is very much stunned and in awe of this because this is Hephaestus, something that no mortal sees ever. So they are certainly trying to collect their words, and they make out. They don't make out. They
Damn!
Damn.
Real?
You look at this
This
figure.
early?
You look at this figure, and
You just start making out sloppy style.
he is large,
I was like, wait a minute.
extremely muscular. You can see he's wearing some kind of like sleeveless tank top, and some kind of like it's almost like a worker's overall, which is then tied around his waist. He is very muscular, and just you see like small scars all across his like arms and back, but the head itself, you are having issues focusing on it. You can't get exact details.
I don't know how well my camera picked up. I was tucking my hair, twirling my nuts, kicking my dick.
Kicking your dick?
Damn!
Damn!
Damn! Heather should have brought Par with them.
Listen, you
Anyway.
brought Par with them. They would add a god onto the body count.
We'll see. I don't doubt that one day. Anyways, Tempter is looking up at the incomprehensible figure and Festus
When
to
you
get his attention.
you call out and you see the figure stops for a second before he continues to move, still looking away from you, and still now continuing his work, but you just hear him.
Did you make a noise? We didn't hear it.
Not yet.
Okay.
It says, "Hello."
Thank you for letting me in. I am aware of the honor it is. Now, please, would you be able to guide me to find my answers?
He's still looking away from you and still tinkering at something.
Tempter is still kind of frozen, looking up at Hephaestus.
You see the head tilts slightly in your direction, but still not looking at you, and he's like, I can't give you the answers you want. They're
Is
not.
there a reason for that?
It's not my information to share.
Why is my God so secretive? Why is my God so hidden?
Some things are not for mortals to know.
You cannot tell, but can you show?
The figure at that stops. Before turning its head to look at you, and you are now face to face with this figure, and you just see a burning ring of flames where a head should be, staring at you.
Tempter still frozen, staring at the figure.
Why do you think you are worthy of this knowledge?
Because it'll help me find a purpose.
You have purpose. This path is not. You are walking along someone else's path.
What do you mean? How could I walk along someone else's path when I myself am the one who ended up here?
I did not want to let you in. You have friends in high places.
Am I walking someone else's path because of what the Raven Queen did to me?
No, you've been walking this path for a while now.
Then whose path is it?
You already have that information.
Tempter looks down for a second and then looks back, thinks, and then looks back up at Hephaestus and says, "Is it Spring's path?"
I believe that was their name. Your path leads. Your path is much darker than theirs.
Tempter is taken aback by saying that their path is darker. They don't know. They don't know. This is a shock to them, and you can see that in their movements. They step back a little from that. What do you mean my path is darker?
What put your friend on their path?
Visions.
No.
The ring.
Yes.
And what about me? What about what I received?
That
Was
is
that just
a completely different mystery. You hold what no mortal should. You are wise to keep it hidden.
I know its power. I know in the wrong hands, it could cause catastrophe.
You are asking the wrong questions, seeking the wrong information.
Am I not connected to the God that I have been searching for? Am I connected to someone else?
You were touched by that god, as all Warforged were. Divine pieces in the mechanism that is creation and inspiration, cogs to a machine you did not know you were a part of and could not comprehend.
So we are a part of something greater.
You were building blocks.
I suppose you are not going to answer as to what.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, man. No. Give me a second. Persuasion. Okay.
That is.
That is. You know.
Mm.
You know. Um. Hey DM. I think you should give me. No.
No. Kekek's not with you.
I know.
The Hephaestus turns away and goes back to what he was working on. Some things are not for mortals to know.
But I am connected to something.
Everyone's connected to some things.
Tempter's thinking hard. They're not getting anything. They're not getting any information. Anything objectively useful at the moment. Even I don't know what to say at this moment, man. That one really fucked me over.
You're 0.
My nat 1 -1 to 0.
Mm.
Yeah, that. Thank you for reminding me.
You
You go first.
you have a path and a destiny, but you make your own choices. You can follow along someone else's path. You can follow along the path that was destined for you that day, or you can forge your own path.
How can I deviate from my destined path if I do not even know what that is?
You are asking the wrong questions. Ask the right ones.
Where does this dark path lead?
Danger, pain, and a history you do not wish to face again. Ask the right questions.
I'm trying. I'm trying, okay? Will Spring find her god?
That is her path. if she continues doing what she is, perhaps. Ultimately, that is not my choice to make.
Where does the power of the item I received come from?
Now that that is the correct question. That item you holds a dark power, one delved and forged by a man twisted, hateful, spiteful, and his benefactor just as bad as he was.
Do you mean Asketil?
The Madden King.
The Madden King. And who is his benefactor?
One of your allies unknowingly has a tie to that place.
I have a guess, but I don't feel like I should name anyone at this point in time. Who?
The one mangled, mismatched abomination of a being forged by something destructive and touched by something darker than his own creator.
Rar. Rar is tied to Asketil.
No.
No. Asketil's benefactor.
Yes.
How? Why? Did Asketil know the Ublex? Did
Hmm.
Asketil work with the Ublex?
No, that thing is new. That man is old. You need to ask the right questions to the right people. Ask about the music.
The music? The cursed music. The cursed music of that night. Is Prar connected to the... Whoever wrote the music was Asketil's benefactor?
connect, not the direct, but connected to.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
I have told you too much already. But for you, and he spins around and looks at you, and you see that burning wreath of flame. For you, my inspiration, I have a gift.
What is it?
He reaches his hand back and grabs something that he was working on the anvil and pulls it over to you. And it's closed in his fist. This does not give you answers to your path, but this will help your friend find hers. And he reaches a hand out.
Tempter holds both hands up for Hephaestus to put the item in their hands,
This
and is going to look closer at it once it's in their palms.
He raises his fist above yours, his fist about the size of your torso itself, and he drops something so imperceivably small to him. But once it lands in your hands with a soft pink, it is seemingly normal size. You see there is this small metallic cube. It is designed simply and about this big, about 6 inches by 6 inches.
Tempter's, after having it in their palms, is going to take it and hold it up with one hand and start, like, quickly inspecting it.
You see, it is intricate and beautiful. This thing has seemingly is made to move. It seems like some kind of puzzle cube. And it is both intricate in the tiny detail work that seems impossible for a being with such large hands. 3 of the sides are blank, except for little intricate filaments. But 3 other sides have different, distinct sides. One, you see, there is an indent, a hole about 1 inch long and very thin, seemingly something supposed to go in. Whether it's a key hole or a coin hole, it's hard to tell. The other has a indent about 1/2 inch where it's like a circular indent that's just pressed in ever so slightly, like it needs something. And then the third side has 3 rings that interlap with each other. The rings, as you touch them, move and shift, and as they move, the symbols that are carved into the rings start shifting and moving along with it, and they change. The symbols itself aren't fixed; they're changing as the circles move. And after placing it in your hand, he turns back around and sits down at his anvil, back facing you.
Tempter is gonna take one last look at the cube and not put it away yet, but is going to thank Hephaestus and turn around and walk out of the shop, still avoiding all of the little knickknacks on the floor.
As you leave, roll a perception check.
The 19.
Walking out towards the exit of this room, you see that there is a workbench that you did not see on the way in. And sitting on the workbench, there are blue rolled up pieces of paper, these seeming note prints, these notes, these architects schematics. And there is one that you can see. That is calling to you. Deep, deep down from the very center of your being, you know that schematic has the answer to the question you came into this room for. What do you do?
Party, forgive me, I'm gonna open the scroll. Tempter's going to seize the table with the blueprints, looks at Hephaestus, looks back to Hephaestus, and looks back at the table and slowly approaches it towards the document and slowly unrolls it.
You reach down for the document, and as you grasp it and feel it in your hand, you just hear Hephaestus sigh.
Yeah, I expected that. Yeah.
And you are banished from this place.
Did I see it? Did I see what's on the document?
Roll a perception check. See if you have had the moment to glance. You were not quick enough. You did
Yeah.
not get to see the grand design before you are banished from this space and you are back in the room with the rest of your party.
I still have the item in my hand, right?
You still have the item in your hand.
Okay. And it's everyone but Prar is there with me, right?
Yes.
Prar did not come with.
Prar
Yeah,
did not
okay.
come. Prar and the doctor did not come with. So Daisy, Daisy and Moonwizard are there, and then after you come back, a few seconds later, Takek then appears. So for the rest,
I assume it just looks like we were just praying. I assume it looked like we were just praying to them. He didn't actually disappear.
I was gonna say for what the rest of you all saw, Daisy and Moonwizard, you both saw Takek and Tempter praying at the altar, and then all of a sudden, both of them were gone, and then 2 seconds later, Tempter was then standing in the middle of the room, and then like 3 or 4 seconds after that, Takek then pops in the room behind Tempter.
Daisy probably would have gone.
Tempter turns towards you. You can see that they're holding this item, and
What?
they aren't saying anything.
What's that?
What you got there?
Tempter looks down at the item, back up at them, and says, "It's for spring."
Oh. Out of character, I really was wondering who when you said help her. I was like, wait, who?
Yeah, it took me a second. I'm just like, wait a minute, because I thought it was gonna be something for Prar, and then I
Yeah.
looked at her. I'm like, and I'm like, oh no, it's for Spring.
Oh, okay.
I
Did you talk to your god?
Tempter is silent for a second, but then just answers, yes.
Is he a bitch like I thought he would be?
No,
Oh,
but he
dang.
is cautious.
Ah, a cautious bitch.
Anyway, Child of Knowledge made a huge mistake. I knew it was a mistake going in. um. Tempter is going to put the cube in their chest. It fits in the chest, right?
It does fit in the chest.
Okay.
What'd you guys talk about?
Oh, I just remembered the other thing I wanted to do. Oh. Sorry, I had another thought.
It's okay.
No, it's just fine. So don't worry about it. Let me get back on track. My mind is expanding.
Oh, this is out of character. I just
Yeah,
assumed
sorry, this is
Tempter
out of
wa-
character.
I
I'm
assumed
just-
Tempter was finally having a breakdown.
Oh, maybe they will soon. Don't trust me. Tempter's gonna be acting a little differently after this one.
Reasonable.
Yeah, they did get banished by their god for
Yeah.
trying to look at the fucking grand design.
I'm one who for knowledge. Anyway, even if that leads me to the wrong place. Anyway, sorry. What did Daisy ask?
So what did you guys talk about?
Tempter's going to look at the dwarf there and like, because this is not something that the dwarf should hear.
Mm.
And they're going to say, I'll explain it to you all once we are all together once again.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, this needs to be heard by only some people. And they are talking in a very hushed voice as to try not to alarm the dwarf. Because, tend to talk to Festus, which this dwarf has, never done.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway. And with that, Tempter's looking around and sees the door that leads further into the caves, which leads to the room where we fought the flesh dragon. And is going to start walking towards that.
Daisy or Moonwizard, do either of you follow?
Definitely.
Yeah, Tempter's not going to
following.
stop you. Tempter's not stopping you. So follow if you want. I assume Takek is also following. Maybe, I don't know.
Moonwizard, do you follow?
Yes.
And kind of with Tempter is not hustling, but is not really paying any mind to you three, I suppose. And they walk further and further into this large cave in
So
which
you move further along.
you describe it.
Yeah, you move further along, and first, you find a small room, which was the living situation of the body wizard. But now it has been cleared out and cleaned up, and is now the living situation of the Hephaestus follower. And you see where previously a hidden entrance was blocked by a bookshelf. Now the hallway continues openly, and you push your way through into the large, long cavern that you all once entered in, where before it was dark and dangerous. Now you see there are torches hanging up on the wall, burning lighting up this entire 100 by 400 foot chamber. The pools of acid that were once here have been dealt with and cleaned up, and now it is just a solid dirt floor. And you see further along in there is the near the end the raised platform and steps leading up to the workshop of the body wizard.
Without stopping or even looking around, Tempter is walking not quickly, but definitely, for lack of better words, determined, towards to where the body wizard station was, and sees that how much of it has been cleared out.
It looks like a lot of the work to clear this room out was dedicated to the piles of body and also the pools of acid. Um, there was a large stone tablet that was horizontal, which the body wizard did his work on. That has been cleared, cleaned, and is now just has a bunch of mining equipment laid upon it. The bookshelves at the end, the books that were on there, um, now have all been destroyed or burned. Um, there, and then, but you remember, Tempter, there was a metal plate that was used to tie up spring. That laid
I remember
vertically.
being this upright
It was
cage.
it was more of like, think of like an operating table that she was strapped down onto, but it was vertical.
Yeah, okay, I remember the
Yeah.
verticals. Tempter, Moon Wizard and Daisy can see Tempter not talking, but just staring at this upright table where they first met Spring, where Spring was tied to. Or I guess I don't know who actually saw Spring tied to it. I think it was just Tempter and the Doctor. Anyway, but this is where Spring was, and they walk towards it, and they remember being here the last time and freeing Spring for the first time and learning all that had happened to her and remembering how they didn't realize how truly horrible it was. And you just see a fit of anger. Tempter, using their strength, throws the table down, forward.
You just take one hand and silently rage and throw this table off of the raised platform that was raised a few feet up, and it just clangs loudly onto the ground, resting face down into the dirt.
Mm-hmm. And with that, they stare at the face down table. Slightly kick it. Not enough to actually move it, but just a slight kick at it and start walking away.
The four of you kind of awkwardly, silently leave the mines and make your way back out to Flintstone. Back to the opening, bustling, um, the open, bustling city. You reconvene with your ally. You all meet back up, kind of in front of Naverna's place, all together again. Prar and the doctor, you two were prepping the cart, getting ready for travel. Prar, you're there with Nori, and Groth has reappeared and has just kind of like had some side conversations with you two, just kind of like getting to know you and also helping pack up if you would allow it, if you allow them into the cart.
There. Jeez.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, they're permitted within the cart. They get like basic guest rooms in the mansion.
You two.
They're super basic. They're smaller than everyone else's rooms, and they look identical to each other.
Is there anything any of you want to do in Flintstone before we move on to the next leg of the adventure?
Die.
Oh man, I just remembered something I kind of been wanting to. I
Is it a quick scene
kind
because
of-
we have there's something we need to move along to.
know. I'm just thinking the walk on water tattoo.
Nori is traveling with you.
Cool. That works too.
You guys are gonna have some downtime over the next.
We can do that later. That's not super important, but
I was also wanting to get a tattoo, but if Nora's coming with us, it's perfect.
Nori is traveling with you guys.
Tattoos!
You guys say your goodbyes to Naverna and quickly leave town and hit the road onto the next stretch of your adventure. You either hike down or fly down. Either way, you get up over the mountains of Flintstone, set up the cart, set up the horse, and start traveling. The next day of travel is quiet, peaceful, and it is getting close to the kind of the first night. Groff spent the day of travel resting and basically says that he will man the cart at night to continue your guys' travel and stay outside at watch, allowing you guys to kind of do what you need to do and rest and recuperate. Before resting, is there anything you guys want to do for this first night?
Tender will at some point tell the party what happened. I'm wondering if it'll be better to no. I was about to say maybe wait till Obo's back, but Obo's not gonna be back for like 2-3 weeks. So I guess I'll elaborate and give the rundown of what happened, and they're gonna call everyone into a private room. No Nori or I'm sorry, I forgot the Dragonborn's name.
Groff.
Groth. No Nori or Groth, just the Woven Fates.
Mm.
And I assume everyone is showing up. Pro, are you showing up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought. Just double checking. Anyway, but as everyone
Also-
walks into, I don't know
gonna say-
what room we're in.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing like Nori, if you guys want privacy, Nori will leave the mansion and go back to the main cart. But I'm just guessing you guys are like gonna have this conversation over dinner.
Sure, over dinner. Let's do that. But I want to make note that as everyone's sitting down for dinner, of course, Tempter doesn't have any food. But Tempter is looking at Prar. Just you can't really tell why.
He's pointedly not looking at Tempter.
But you like, and then Tempter starts to explain what happens, and if you're observant enough, you can always, even before that Tempter gets to the point of Prar, their gaze always seems to drift back to him. And then Tempter finally reveals Prar's connection.
How does Tempter?
Hephaestus-
I was gonna say, how does Tempter say that?
Hephaestus told me that my king has a tie to one of you. My king Asketil, the maddened king. Out of character. I've talked about Asketil, right? I'm sure.
I don't think so.
I've not.
No.
Oh dear. My king Asketil.
Anyways, my king, ask it.
So this is my king Asketil. He's dead. Probably.
Oh, that probably. Let's just
Anyway.
like, oh, we can
I'm trying to
double
like
check.
tell everyone everything without re-explaining without like recounting the things that just happened. You know, I'm not trying to word for word things. So Hephaestus revealed to me that one of you is directly tied to the maddened King Asketil, whom I've directly served under. And Tempter gestures to their red arm. And he told me that it was you, Prar. Not from the Ublex, but from the music. Somehow, the music you played that night ties to a benefactor of Asketil's.
Was the screaming music?
Yes, that one.
Also, now, because I have a cold, canonically, right now, Hemlock also has a cold.
Love it.
Hemlock's a little sick child.
I'm a sickly
7
Victorian child.
Fucking 7 Constitution looking at.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
Victorian child dying of the plague. Anyway, sorry.
Par is going to pick up whatever food he has, be it on the plate, or if he can just take up the food directly. Just simply look around the room and say, "Great talk," and he's gonna walk out.
That was a
So,
reaction.
these potatoes are pretty good.
Yeah, no, I agree. These are really good
It's well
potatoes.
cooked.
I don't
Yes.
like baked potatoes. So they gave me sweet potatoes. It's really good. I fucking love sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst family dinner.
This is the most realistic family dinner we've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's getting divorced?
Daisy's just sitting, just sitting, just absolutely sitting quiet, like the awkward kid who doesn't know what to say.
Tempter continues.
Yeah, no,
Festus
very
also
realistic
told me
family dinner
that-
right here.
I'm not meant to find my god, but instead meant for something darker.
Shit, man. That
mean, you're
sucks
gonna-
ass.
You're gonna die?
No, or at least I
Okay.
don't believe so.
Okay, that's good. I don't want you to die.
The one who
Well, you have a soul, so it's okay.
the one who was meant to find my god is, and Tempter pulls out the cube, is Spring, and this is for her. I do not know what it is, but I believe it'll help her. So, I'll be holding on to it until I see her again.
Yeah, I just had a thought.
What's your
This
thought,
is-
man?
This is like entirely unrelated. This is because I think it's silly we mentioned it because Hemlock is sick. Her definitely just sounds a little bit rough, but for mentioning a entirely different kind of class.
What?
Sorry, you were cutting out. What?
Par sucks too much cock.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
So that was Tempter just finishes off. So that was my day.
That's a crazy day.
That sounds like so much fun. Welcome to the We've Spoken to Our Gods Club.
Does
I mean,
Proud
I
count
speak
for that club?
on a regular basis.
I don't. Wait. I don't. Would you say, Achilles?
Does the Ublex count as a god in regards to
That's a
Prar?
DM question.
I meant in regard, like, specifically for the Talk to Your Gods club.
Technically, Festus isn't Tempter's god.
I mean, it's kind of like my mom isn't technically a god, but I consider her my god. You know? So
It's like the
It's-
same. Oh, like she's your patron,
yeah,
so I think that counts.
yeah. And the Ublix is technically your patron. Even
I
if
don't
you
like to
didn't
think about
If
it that
he was
way.
a warlock.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna thinking, will I want to reap the consequences of my actions later? Yeah, let's reap the consequences of my actions later. Tempter's not gonna talk about the blueprint.
Then you all finish your dinners one by one and quietly, solemnly, slightly awkwardly head to bed and to get your rest. Each
Car is going to sit on top of the cart and keep watch.
Why you're not gonna sleep in your really cool room with your really cool circle bed?
He just got some rough news. He's not sleeping.
That's what you get
Homophobic.
for playing cursed music, I
Homophobic.
guess.
Yeah, don't play cursed music then, ding dong.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on,
He
Anyway.
just knows some cool music.
Now we're
So-
connected,
Pawn shop.
bozo. Now we're connected.
so,
How do you
Prar,
like them apples?
everyone kind of goes to their room to rest, and you kind of wait till you hear everyone's door close before heading out yourself. You push your way through the now empty mansion and out the door that leads to the back of the cart. You push your way, and you see Nori there, who was just kind of like awkwardly eating his own dinner in the cart, and is like, am I good to, can I go back in there now?
Yeah, you can go back in there now.
Okay, I'll be in the guest room. If you need me. I'm tired.
Go sleep.
Wonderful. What wonderful. And he just walks into the mansion. You reach you continue walking through the cart, getting ready to climb through the window and up onto the roof like you normally do. And as you take a step forward, your knee buckles. And you hit one knee hits the ground.
Damn, ouchie.
And then your other knee buckles, and you're now sitting on your feet, looking out at the moonlight before your vision fades and you fall asleep.
Shit.
Daisy, you Head- headed to bed and kind of sensing the tension with everyone else, got ready to sleep, and you closed your eyes, laying in your bed, and then you open your eyes. And you are in your bedroom, in your cabin.
Oh no, I'm about to have a nightmare, aren't I?
You wake up and you know you're excited
Oh,
because your mom's been gone for a while, and the last you heard, she's supposed to be coming back from one of her business trips in a few days. Tomorrow, actually. Today, you realize.
I gotta bake a cake. It's gonna be amazing. Mom's gonna love it. It'll have strawberries and creams and it'll have like a lemon curd on the inside. It'll be so good. Oh, I can't wait for Mom to get back home.
You push your way out of your room, head down the secret ladder that leads back into the opening of the cabin, and you look down over the railing and you see the cabin. You see everything. The lights are on. The You get a brief sense of loneliness. It feels empty.
Kind of always does.
Kind of always does. Hemlock.
So next.
Hemlock. You wake up and you are getting carried. Your arms are placed over the shoulders of a figure of your mother. And you look up.
Which one?
It was a hydrangea, right? That was,
Yeah, hydrangea is one of them.
yeah.
Yes.
It's your arms are over the shoulders of hydrangea, and you look up and you can see one of the winding paths through the giant trees in Athora.
Immediate crying.
You start crying, and your mother kind of like reaches around and like picks you up by the scruff of your neck and then holds her in your arms and is like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know we've been on this pilgrimage. We're gonna be there soon. We're gonna stop
They
at
hug her really, really tightly.
you hug her and you hold her and you are sad, but you don't know why. You've been on this trip for weeks now. Your tribe is heading to the next rest stop where they're going to set up camp for about 2 or 3 months before continuing their pilgrimage.
Mm-hmm.
And she just holds you as like, "It's okay. We're almost there, and then we'll be able to rest for a bit."
I missed you.
Well, I missed you too. I mean, I don't. You've been here the whole time.
I missed you.
And you just hold her. Tempter. You
My turn.
you wake up from your powered down state. And it is just dark.
No. That's what they say. They say no.
You can tell
And then
there are figures moving around you, but it is completely dark.
I am not back here. 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 I am not back here.
Which is, you say that to yourself over and over and over again, which confuses you because you never left. You've been down here for so long.
I am not here.
As you call that out, a few figures stir, but none of them say anything.
And
Moon
then
was. Oh, sorry.
Tempter. Oh, Sorry.
You go.
I
You go.
was,
You go. You go.
So one more thing. Tempter walks forward and feels iron bars, and then he grasps them once again. I am not here.
Moon Wizard. First, the last thing you remembered was crawling into bed and feeling like getting into your little footy pajamas with the you
My
put
nightcap and gown.
your nightcap and gown, and you have
which
your candle.
which looks just like my regular like
Oh my
clothing.
god.
You have your little 3-pronged candle on your nightstand just in case you need to go investigate something in the
In
mansion.
case I need to have some who
No,
goes there type shit.
Yes, yes.
So the only difference about your nightcap and your normal cap is the brim size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you kind of like lay in bed and tuck yourself in and pull your sheet up to your chest and get ready for a good night's sleep, and you wake up and you are standing in a room. You are standing in Queen Solstice's chamber. You've
Feel kind of weird about this.
You've been here a lot. You've been here before, and you are standing there holding this pillow. And on top of the pillow is Var Umas's orb.
Mm. I'm familiar with this.
You are very familiar with this. As Tal, you are standing in front of a table that Tal is sitting on the other side of, and him and Var Umas are playing chess, and you are holding this orb, and you go from holding it with 2 hands and then balancing it with 1 hand, and you are moving a chess piece for Umas. He is through you playing this game of chess with Tal. You do this every day. You have done this every day for the past 20 years. Or what seems like it. You don't know why you're here, but then, no, you know why you're here. This is what you do. This is who you are. A puppet.
A pawn.
Far. You come to standing in the middle of a town. These rural buildings, simple made farmhouses around you. Familiar. But wrong. You don't know where you are. This is not Harinder. But you know where this is. This is where you grew up. You look around and you see the buildings, and past the buildings, these large, open, rolling fields of crops. Giant, bountiful, and beautiful. Multiple sets of different types of crops with these stone walls raised up around them, protecting them. And this bustling farm town of Olden that you grew up. And then you hear your mother calling your name. And you turn around and you see off near the side of town your mother, and she's calling your name. But it's wrong. Something's wrong. It's your name, but it's not. It's not your name. Why is she calling your name? Who is she? She's your mother. Who is she? Why is she calling your name? That's not your name, and she calls for you. Dominic! And that is where we'll go to break.
Hey, Olive, what the fuck?
Oh, what the actual fuck?
Oh, damn.
What the fuck? What are you
Guys,
doing
that
to
was
us?
Why
fun.
are you like this?
I
Pretty
love
Guys, I
sick.
think we all have food poisoning.
I didn't eat.
I love
Mhm.
I love that every time we have dreams and nightmares, I just go and I think about stuff that I have in my head that I can't tell you guys. And every time it happens, I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. We're gonna be right back. I'll see you all in 10 minutes. Talk to y'all soon.
So yeah, that's so mean.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We're back.
Hi, I'm Evie. I'm
I
so
thought you were.
sleepy.
I thought you were gonna say evil.
I'm also
I'm
evil.
evil.
I'm
I
evil.
am also evil, actually.
Uh, so, continuing on. Daisy.
Meh.
Oh,
I was just talking about how I genuinely cried. What's up?
It's strange. Your mother was supposed to come home. And she's not home yet. You're used to her running late from work, but she usually always has a way to let you know that. It's been 3 days since your mother was supposed to come home. You are you find yourself pacing around the cabin, looking around, trying to spend as much time as you can just passing time. What are you doing?
I feel like I probably broke into her office and I'm looking for anything that might tell me like where she could be, uh, why she isn't here. I'm probably very paranoid at this point.
Hmm.
Um, and just I'm just doing everything to pass the time, but nothing is helping. Everything is worry. No matter how many times I sit down and I try and eat, I'm probably not eating as much because when I get very nervous, I feel continuously sick.
Mhm.
So I'm probably also exhausted and dehydrated and everything, and it's not a good time.
You just finished sorting through your mother's um through her desk, pulling open every drawer, looking through every piece of paper. There's paper in there. All of it is blank. Everything. You're frustrated, you're angry, you push yourself out of the office and overlook the balcony, looking down into the cabin, and that's where you see them. Figures standing
I hide.
around. You hide immediately, instinctually. Where do you hide?
Um, I think I get really small and I hide in a vent so I can still watch what's happening.
You find you hide you shrink down into your buddy form and find a safe space to hide, and you look over the balcony and you see there are figures down there talking and laughing, and some of them are sitting down, some of them are walking around, one of them's preparing food. You look at these figures and you swear they're familiar, but you don't know why, and you don't know who they are.
Is there any descriptions as to what they look like?
Look down and you see one of them large and imposing, the another one shorter, the one preparing food, shorter, more graceful, with wings on their back. You see another
Ah.
one in this blue robe, just lying on the couch, and none of them, you can't see any distinctive features. You can't tell who any of them are. But they're in your house.
Do I see one of them eating my pudding?
Oh yeah, the one on the couch is definitely eating your pudding.
I'm just whispering from the vent.
Goddamn them.
Motherfucker!
This
It's for mom.
this ghost of a memory you cannot remember. What do you do?
Um, no, I think she'd probably stay in that vent for a while and wait for them to leave.
You stay in there and wait.
Probably keep an eye on them and like follow through the vents if they move.
You all kind of stay where they're at, talking and laughing and interacting. And you sit there and you watch them. Hemlock. Ray.
Hi.
Your traveling group has set up camp and is kind of preparing for a longer stay in this valley. You can see it is this like deep down valley. They're setting up tents and kind of like simple homes. On either side of the valley are just these raised trees of this forest. You are in the middle of this like gully, kind of rocky, but just beautiful, serene, wooded area. What are you doing?
Hemlock is studying. They probably helped set up everything. Um, and their moms are kind of important to the murder, so they did what they could, but they're also baby. So they're studying and they're looking for herbs in the area, medicinal herbs, and um, do they have worm at this point?
You do. You have
They
worm.
got worm when they were really, really young. Okay, good. So they're also playing with worm, but they're like walking around with a book and identifying plants and collecting plants and also definitely putting them in their mouth, of which they get scolded for quite often.
You are running around, exploring the wilderness, collecting plants, putting them in your mouth. And well, you find a plant that you don't recognize, and you sit down and you crouch in front of it. You pull out this book that your mother wrote, and you are just flipping through it, trying to identify this plant. And you look down at the book, and over the edge of the book, you see there is a puddle reflecting the sky. And you look, kind of pull the book closer to your chest and look into it, and you see your reflection, and you see the mask.
This is a little confusing. That's my mom's mask. Why? Why am I wearing that? I didn't. She was wearing that earlier. I didn't steal it this time. This time. Uh, that's my mom's mask. That's a little that's weird. That's suspicious. I'm not wearing the mask. They're touching their face. Like, I'm not. Am I going insane again? Did I eat a funny mushroom? I probably ate a funny mushroom.
As you stare at your
That's
reflection,
weird.
as you stare at your reflection, you see a figure flying up above this streak of white. Familiar.
Oh.
but
Huh?
you don't know
Hmm?
don't know why. And then you look
I
up.
definitely ate a funny mushroom.
You look up and you see silhouettes standing in front of you, backs to you.
Oh, I definitely ate something. I, I, I don't think I ate anything that has this effect, but maybe it's a combination of herbs. I should write this down.
Do you write down
Oh.
do you write down what you're experiencing?
yeah, I have my little notebook, and I've been like taking notes on everything that I've been putting in my mouth and how it feels and how my body's reacting. I take it out and I start writing down what's going on.
Start writing down the physical descriptions of these figures in front of you. A giant man made of metal. This weird wizard in blue robes. This young man, red, vague red. You see this young woman, bright armor, two bunny ears poking up. And then the figure flies down and puts a hand on your shoulder and plants a cheek on your forehead before standing next to the rest of these figures. You write down these physical descriptions and read them and double check them, and then you look up and these figures are hazy and blurry, and you wrote down what they look like, but you look at them and you can't tell who they are. What do you do?
I don't know. Hemlock has a vague understanding of the mind. But they let part of them understands that your brain doesn't make people up. It it can't do that. It can't make up fake people. So Hemlock must have seen these people somewhere.
You
But they can't remember ever seeing it. Like they're just like these people are so striking. And like they're so rememberable. They're just racking their brain trying to figure out where have I seen them before? Why am I seeing these people? Why do I know these people?
and it's as you sit there and rack your brain, you're just confused and worried, scared, and you sit like that for a moment, still holding the book over that puddle, staring at the figures. Moon Wizard. Moon Wizard, you are back in Queen Solstice's. Tal is talking to you. Just talk. No. Tal is talking at you. Talking about some project he's been working on, something that's exciting him, but you just don't care. What do you do?
There really isn't much I can do. Except stand there And grit my teeth.
Stand there, and you can feel your teeth grinding against each other as you just stand there and get talked at like you were an object. And it's in that state that you just let your mind wander. Think of anything other than this. Put you anywhere else than this. And you just imagine yourself sitting at a balcony overlooking the city. And you look to your right, and there is a figure there talking at you. No, talking to you. This figure, half leaning, half sitting on the balcony, holding this comically large blunt in their hand. Saying something to you. You can't make out the figure. You can't make out the words. But you know what they're saying to you is a promise. What do you do?
Well, my main goal is to blow up. And then act like I don't know nobody.
I don't know nobody.
What do you do?
Well,
Heavy.
I reach out my hand in a gesture.
They pass you the bomb.
As if to say-
the blunt.
As if to say, may I?
They pass it over to you.
I put that thing in my mouth,
Hmm.
and I take a deep, contemplative inhale. And then I exhale the smoke out into the night.
Do you say anything?
That's good shit.
Tempter. You.
Yeah.
Surrounded by darkness, just shut. No, you don't shut your eye. That's not how that works. Can Tempter like close their eye, like shut off their vision?
No,
Okay.
only with their hands.
You okay. You just take your arms and just put it in front of your face. Just blocking out as much as you can, and then you feel a hand on your shoulder. Do you look up?
Yeah, Tempter is still holding his eye, and with the hand on their shoulder, they look up. Forward at first, shocked by the hand on their shoulder, and then look up.
You look
to
up
who it
and
is.
are immediately blinded, going from complete darkness to light. And you see Spring's got her hand on your shoulder. And the two of you are sitting in your apartment in Paluma. And she places a hand on your
Did she
shoulder.
say anything to me?
Yeah, she places
Oh.
her hand on your shoulder and is like, "You gonna play your move?" And you realize she's reaching across a table, and you look down, and the two of you are playing cards.
Right, yes. And Tempter holds up their cards, not to show Spring them. Like, kind of holding them. And whatever game they're playing, Tempter looks at the scene where the cards are sprayed and kind of silently picks out a card and lays it down, makes their move.
Spring smiles. No, she can't smile. She cocks her head in a way that you know it means she's won, and proceeds
Oh
to
dear.
beat your ass in whatever game you're playing. And the two of
Mario
you,
Kart.
and she laughs, and the two of you continue on your night, and you look out the window, out towards the city, and you see out in the middle of the street, there's a bench. And there's a figure sitting on the bench.
What does the figure look like? Tempter's looking at this figure.
The figure's got their back to you, but you see there is these blue and white robes.
Tempter continues to look at this man so much that Spring notices it.
You
That is a peculiar looking man.
you 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 kind of turn around to look for Spring to point him out, and she's gone.
Spring? Spring, do not jump out at me again. And Tempter's walking around trying to look for her. Goes into the bedroom, looks on the top bunk where she resides. Probably does, I assume doesn't find her. Looks around, looks into the bathroom that they never use. Spring, where did you go?
You walk downstairs back to the main common area, and you see sitting in the middle of your living room this figure sitting on the same bench, but now inside your apartment. Back to you.
So the bench is inside the apartment.
Yes.
Tempter. Does Tempter find this figure familiar?
Yeah. You don't know why. You don't recognize them.
Tempter cautiously approaches the figure. You can, even though they are being slightly stealthy, the weight of their footsteps, it would definitely indicate that they are there. And walk around to see the front of the man, but still kind of not directly in front, but kind of adjacent.
The figure looks up to you, greets you, and exchanges pleasantries, but you can't make out the words, and the figure's face is just blurred. And every time they speak, you just see large bubbles forming out of their mouth, muffling whatever they were going to say.
Tempter is confused by the man, but for some reason instinctually also looks out the window as to where the man used to be. And looks back at him.
You look out the window, and you look back. The bench is gone. And you just kind of look around, confused. Prar. You hear your mother calling for you. What do you do?
Is she calling from behind me? Or
She's calling from, kind of look around and calling from further up, like further on through the city. And you just hear her calling your name, Dominic.
I'm gonna see if I can go find her.
You weave your way through the city, rolling through these streets that you swear you know. You know them. And then you see a figure in the fields, working one of these fields, holding a hoe in hand and a straw hat on top of her head. As she's, and back to you, she calls your name again. Dominic, come give me a hand.
Yeah?
I need help in the field.
He's just gonna go over and start helping her.
You walk over and she turns to you and smiles. This warm smile as this woman, deep red skin, two horns curved along the side of her head, and she holds out a farming tool to you, and the two of you just start working the field together. What do you do? What do you say?
I don't think he knows what to say, so he doesn't say anything.
And if you, the two of you sit there, like, stand there working in silence for a few minutes. And then she sighs and kind of just stands up straight, arching her back, cracking it, and just kind of leans against this tool that she's been working with and just, you're still mad at me, aren't you?
Maybe.
And I know you don't like it here. I know it's hard work, but it's good work. It's honest work. I don't I don't want to see you get hurt.
I can't see myself spending the rest of my life here in a field working. There's more for me out there than there is here.
Okay. I won't I won't stop you if you want to go. Just promise me you give up on those stupid dreams of becoming an adventurer. I don't want to see the same thing happen to you that happened to your father.
Promise.
She drops the tool, the hoe, and just walks over to you and just takes both of her hands around your head, just holds you. She reaches forward and pulls your head down and just kisses your forehead. She pulls your head back and you look up at her and you see this warm, sad smile. And you look up to look at her eyes and you just see static. The top half of her face is just gone. What do you do?
He takes a deep breath and just starts walking backwards.
Do you just stumble back or do you turn around and walk away?
I think it's more of a calm, just starts walking backwards, doesn't turn around.
You just start stepping back as your mother and this field and this town slowly gets swallowed by static as this memory that is not your memory dissolves. You blink and the static is gone. And you remember who you are now. You are in a dark, inky void, and there is a door in front of you.
He's gonna walk up and knock.
You knock on the door, and just with that gentlest push, it starts to swing open. Do you proceed?
Yeah.
You take a step forward, and you are in a familiar space. You look around, and you can see this is Queen Solstice's bedroom. You see Tal is there talking, but the words are muted, and you see across from Moon Wizard standing there, holding a pillow with this orb on top of it, just staring at him. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up and to Moon Wizard, and I'm going to put my hands over his under where he's holding this pillow and orb.
Moon Wizard, this figure walks into your peripheral, and you look up at them, and you just see this figure looking at you. But you just look at their face, and it's just static. What do you do?
I start backing away in fear.
Alright, Moon Wizard backs away from you.
He's gonna very slowly just keep a hold on Moon Wizard's hands, but he's not going to be forceful about it.
What do you do, Moon Wizard?
Moon Wizard is thinking to himself, it's happening again. I can't remember. And tries to take the orb and bring it to his chest like this, protectively. I don't think. Did you say something? I didn't pick it up.
I didn't. Or Moonwizard just pulls away and clutches this orb to his chest.
Look at me. You know who I am. I know you know who I am.
I kind of my shoulders droop just a little bit. Relax. But Moon Wizard's still a little skeptical.
You relax, and you hear this voice, and you hear it saying, remember, and that you know. And as you stare at the figure that is holding onto you so gently, that static, just the top of it, right at the forehead, starts to just peel off before it falls to the ground, and you can see Prar in front of you.
My body relaxes. I take the orb and let it just get cradled in my hands, and I said, "Oh, yes, Brar, my friend, Brar. Oh, it's good to see you in this place."
It's good to see you too.
I ask for a favor.
Anything.
I look down at the orb that I'm holding and I say, "It is so heavy. This burden is so heavy. Will you please help me?"
Mara's just gonna take the orb from Moon Wizard.
Oh, thank you. I was becoming so tired.
Prar, Moon Wizard, you two share this moment before you hear a scratching sound. And both of your attentions are drawn to the balcony, where you see a hand reaching over the edge, holding onto the balcony. This oily black claw, before a second one reaches up and grabs onto it. And a third. And a fourth. As these figures, these gaunt, oily humanoid figures start pouring over the balcony and start charging into the room. Or you look past Moon Wizard and you see there is a door.
He's gonna push, he's gonna turn Moon Wizard and push him towards the door.
You two,
I get the message. I'm running.
you two charge into the next dream.
Oh.
Tempter,
Yes.
you are in the apartment, still looking for Spring. You know,
The man's gone. The bench is gone, right?
yeah, the man's gone, bench is gone. They've been gone for a while. You are looking for Spring, and you are convinced she's fucking with you.
Spring, where are you hiding? Tempter yells out. They continue to search throughout the apartment. They started searching in places they've already looked. They go back into the bedroom, look on top of the bunk bed again, also look under it this time as well. Go back into the kitchen, go back to the bathroom they never use. Where are you?
You are circling around the apartment, looking around, and then you walk back into the living room and you see you have these long curtains that kind of flow in the breeze of the open windows, and you see there's a figure standing behind the curtain.
Tempter is convinced is Spring and will march right on over to the curtain and just pull it back to say, Spring!
You pull it back and shout Spring's name, and you see this gaunt, inky black figure.
And with that, they stumble backwards, surprised. They don't fall, but they just stumble a little bit and are confused, staring at this inky mass.
It takes a step forward.
Tempter takes another step back, and it's hard to you can't see because their eyes don't have darting eyes, but they look still focused on the mass for their hammer
You
or whatever weapon they have at this point in time.
You look around looking for anything, any weapon, and you glance along and you see every window looking into this room. There are about 3 or 4 of these figures staring in, and some of them are starting to push their way into the apartment.
How fastly approaching is the mass in front of me?
They both seem like they ooze, but at the same time, they move quicker than you would expect. The front door, you can see there are more of these figures on the other side. And you could.
Of the front door? Oh, shit.
The way into the back of the apartment, kind of towards the bedrooms and the bathroom, is still open. What do?
Tempter's still... Tempter, freaked out, runs towards the bedroom and closes the door, locks it.
Run into the bedroom, close the door, lock it.
You look for anything that could be used to defend themselves.
You just grab a chair. Just this simple wooden chair.
Okay, chair it is.
And you turn around and there is a door in the middle of your bedroom. And it opens
Tempter...
up.
As Tempter notices the door, they are in a striking position like this. Chair up, if you can't see, just like knees bent, stable, chair up, and they see the door, and the door is open. Do they see anything through the door?
You don't see anything through the door, but 2 figures come rushing into the bedroom. And you look at them and you just see static over their face. and they are talking back and forth, but you can just barely hear the words. Prar, Moon Wizard, you both charge through the door and enter into a bedroom you've never seen before. But looking around, you see Tempter is there, holding a chair, ready to strike at you. What do you do?
I just instinctively like kind of, you know, recoil away like, oh my
You can
god.
see Tempter. You can see like Tempter like inch forward, like they're ready to, but they don't actually strike yet.
Okay.
Or what do you do?
I think he's just gonna stand behind Moon Wizard.
Who are you?
Oh, Tempter, it's me! Tempter! It's me, your friend, Moon Wizard!
Do I know this man?
You don't know if you know this man, but he seems so familiar, and then it clicks, and he looks just like the man on the bench.
Tempter notices the similarity of the robes and the beard and everything that of what they saw earlier on the bench, and cautiously put the chair down. But they're still not warm to you. Who did I hear Moon Wizard say, Tempter, it's me? Or was it muffled?
You did hear that.
I did hear that. I'm sorry, Lon, did you say it's Moon Wizard?
No.
No. Who are you? How do you know me?
Tempter, listen, me! It's Moon Wizard! MOONW Izzard!
Your first name is Moon.
Yes!
Moon W. Izzard.
Listen, I was never the best speller, but you know me. It's me, your friend. It's Moon Wizard.
And Tempter looks behind Moon Wizard and notices the tall, lanky figure behind him. And who is that?
It's your other friend. That's Prar. The little fruity one.
He does not look like a fruit.
Never mind. Listen. I need you to. I need you to look at me. Look at me. I need you to remember. We are stuck in some sort of weird interdimensional dream realm.
Where did Spring go?
I do not know. That is not the question you should be asking me.
But she is gone. Disappeared. Do you know what those inky things are?
No, I
And
don't.
Tempter
We were
points towards the door.
being chased by a few of them earlier. I thought you might know.
I do not know what is happening. I was playing cards and everything disappeared.
We should probably find the others. If they're
What
around
others?
here. Our other friends. You have to trust me. Listen. You don't have to understand, but you have to trust me.
Tempter still tense, but you see them lighten up their tenseness. But they're still approaching you.
Oh, buddy, I need your backup.
Tempter.
Tempter's looking at
I
Prar
need
now.
some leverage.
I still haven't forgiven you, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here so that you can give me a chance to.
I do not know what you are talking about.
Hunter, you look at this figure. And that static in front of his face starts to peel.
In front of Prars or Moon Wizards or both?
Rar. And then shortly after, Moon Wizard static starts to peel too.
And with that, Tempter fully eases up the tension. Prar, Moon Wizard.
Yes!
I
You did it!
remember now. Where are we? Well, I know where
I
I
don't
am.
know.
This is my apartment. But why are we here?
You have an apartment?
Yes, this is my old apartment.
I didn't know you rented.
Paluma's prices are extremely high.
I can see that. Damn. But anyways, there's no time for reminiscing. We need to find a way out of here. There's something fishy going on.
Is the door still behind us?
The door that you came from is gone. There's the door into this room, which Tempter had locked, is there. And as you kind of start looking at it, you all hear banging coming from that door.
Methinks this is our time to move on.
But Par, you look around and you do not see another one of these doorways.
There would be a door for a closet. But I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Is there a window?
Is there a window?
There'd be a window. There'd be a window.
Yeah.
At least one.
Is the bedroom, is this on second story?
Yeah, the whole apartment is on one story.
Mm.
Like, it's a apartment complex there on the second floor.
Yeah, there is a window.
So they are
Do you-
raised up a bit.
Do you look out the window, Par?
Yeah.
You just move the curtain out back and peek out over the window, and you see there's an alleyway between two buildings, and standing in the alleyway is about a dozen of these shadowy figures all staring up at you.
Do you
Alright
think this is-
then.
Do you think this is the work of the Ublex? It wouldn't be the
This is-
first. Actually, wait, no, never mind. Not together. The first time together was the book. Never mind.
Oh, it's just the work of something. Could be the Oblex, it could be indigestion.
I do not get indigestion.
You know what? That's a fair point.
That'd be the weird magic of the updated cart. Weird cart magic.
We're drunk
Oh,
on
some
magic.
weird magic shit.
What do you do?
Tempter's gonna take a long shot and open the closet door.
You
Just cuts.
open up the closet door, and immediately 3 of these figures flood into the bed.
Excellent. Exactly what we want.
Why were they in the closet? Tempter says that.
One
That's not appropriate to ask people.
One tempter slams into
Oh,
you,
dear.
and you just feel these claws, not scratching at you, but this ooze starts seeping into your joints, into your body.
No.
And
No,
You gross.
stop! And like Tempter's trying to.
your hands
Stop that,
just
stop.
sink into the figure. Par, what do you do?
He's gonna reach and pull Tempter away from this thing.
You
Good fucking luck.
reach out and you just grab Tempter and you pull Tempter back. That not only does Tempter move back, but this ooze seeps out of Tempter. And you holding Tempter's shoulder, you look to your right and there's another door.
Thank you, Prar.
I'm just pulling them back and throwing them straight into the door.
You push yourself into this door. Doctor. Hemlock.
Yeah.
You are getting chased through the woods. You got separated from
Oh
your,
shit.
you got separated from your tribe and you are running full speed. You have Worm with you.
Damn.
And these inky black figures are chasing you through the trees. What do you do?
What the fuck did I eat? What are those? They feel really weird. But I've never seen anything like it, and I'm not having a good time.
Just run and
Where
run.
are you?
You run and scream and flip them off, and you kind of turn around to flip them off, and then you look forward, and there's just this canyon immediately in front of you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. A moment. Dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
Roll. Roll my fucking dexterity saving throw, you whore. Why isn't it rolling?
Because it hates you.
It's whatever this is plus 9.
Okay. Okay, damn.
So that's a dirty 20.
You see this canyon, but you are confident, and you just jump, and you land, slide down the side of the canyon, and jump from like ledge to ledge, landing at the bottom safely, unharmed. And you see these figures reach the edge of the canyon and stop and stare down at you.
So that's that. And then I run.
You run and you turn around and you run.
I keep on running.
You keep on running and you turn and you run face first into a door.
Hemlock cries. Hemlock sits down and cries.
You sit down and you start to cry, and the door opens up, and 3 figures walk out. You look up at them, and you cannot see their faces.
They're like literally sitting here. It's just like they've hit child like scared child freeze state, and now they're just like they're terrified and they're just sitting here sobbing. They don't know what to do. They're calling out for their moms. And they're just like
The 3 of you just see
they're just a
Hemlock.
little baby and they are crying.
The 3 of you just see Hemlock sitting on the ground in the middle of this large open canyon crying.
Prar is immediately on his knees in front of
Yeah.
Hemlock. Just
Tempter is also on one knee, like Hemlock, like, and is saying, like, and is calling out Hemlock.
Do you know my name? I took this is really
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Deep breaths.
Who
Look
are
at me.
you? Where are my moms?
You
I'm
know
not
me.
good with children.
Hemlock.
Please calm down.
He's gonna reach for Hemlock's hand, but he's just gonna like offer his hands and not actually try and grab Hemlock.
Hemlock's looking at them and looking at you guys, and is like, I feel like Worm would be trying to comfort Hemlock. Because it's warm. Hemlock's bestie. What's going on? Do you see the weird figures? Is it just me? Do you?
I see them too. It's okay. He's gonna like go to pet Hemlock's head. It's like, can I touch you?
Who are you? Why do you
You
know
know who
my
I am.
name? You're not part of some. You're not a. You...
We'll get you back to your parents. It's okay.
Hemlock, please trust us.
Why don't you have a face? It's really scary.
I do not have
The
general
shadow
facial features.
figures. It was going. I don't understand.
Hemlock,
I,
this is not real. But you are.
sobbing.
Hemlock, you are filled with this familiarity that brings confusion, this recognition without understanding, and it clicks. These are the figures you saw standing above you earlier, before you started getting chased. You don't know who they are. You recognize.
I really look something weird.
Hemlock, it's me, Tempter.
Hemlock stops crying. And the tears are just like, I ate something really weird.
Remember,
I wouldn't be surprised if you did, but hey, look at me. Look at me. And Bart is going to just take Hemlock's hand and just like gently rub the back of them. It's like, you're gonna be okay.
You were touching me.
I did ask earlier and you said nothing, and I just want to comfort you right now.
No. I'm not like. You're not a hallucination?
Tempter is on one knee and
No,
is
not hallucinations.
coming closer towards Hemlock and is holding a hand out and says, Hemlock, remember, I'm your Tempter.
You knowing my name is freaking me out a little bit. Weird
Tempter,
man in strange armor.
I am not in armor.
Har's gonna turn to Moon and whisper like, you did this to me earlier. Get over here.
What? Okay. Moon Wizard kneels down. I'm sorry. The way you look.
Why is this strange old man not wearing any clothing?
What? I don't know. What are you talking about, Sunburn? I'm completely covered up. What is wrong with you?
You have like a robot. That's why are you only wearing a robe and the hat?
That's just right. It's my aesthetic. I don't know what to tell you. I need free flowing limbs.
Did you just call Tempter a robot?
No, I said strange old man not wearing any clothing.
I thought you said you looked like a robot.
No,
I didn't hear
My
that.
bad.
no,
My
I'm just
bad.
making fun of Moon Wizard.
Or you look.
Never mind. I don't want to do this anymore.
Or you're looking at Hemlock who's crying on the ground, and then you look up at the edge of the canyon and you see hundreds of these inky black figures, and they are starting to tumble down the canyon. What do you do?
He's gonna very, very gently but quickly go from holding Hemlock's hands to just like tapping their face, but light enough that if they want to pull away, they very easily can. It's like,
You have my
Hey.
face.
I do have your face, and you know who I am. Remember?
Well, you don't have a face.
I do. You just can't see it right now.
You have a very large tail.
Thank you. I take very good care of it.
I
You
can
gotta
see
remember.
it's very shiny.
Thank you. You know who we are.
You give me weird vibes.
You said that a lot to me.
I get
Come on.
that. I get that.
Like all three of
I'm
you
trying really
kinda-
hard to be nice to you.
All three of you kind of feel off, you know.
The figures are halfway down the canyon, just tumbling
Hey,
into
look
this
at me, listen.
black oozy
Okay,
wave.
cool. We're gonna have to speed this up a little bit.
I'm trying really
We need
hard.
to go. We
I'm
need
your
to go.
favorite abomination, remember?
We have referred to as my tempter. I don't, and my favorite abom. I don't feel like I would be a person who would say abominations. It's kind of rude.
You don't remember everything about me right now, which is fine, but you would.
I've never said abomination. I've said affront to the gods. Thank you very much.
I could have sworn someone said abomination at some point. It changed from affront to the gods to abomination when we found out I'm not actually, like...
These figures who once were solid humanoid forms have turned into just this black wave, which is oozing down the canyon and is 3/4 of the way down. Oh, Discord.
I think we have to figure out a way to wake up.
Yeah, Pressure's gonna be like, pat, pat, just patting your face, like, come on.
At this point, Tempter is looking around for another door to go through because they are coming in close and fast.
You don't.
Hemlock, kiddo, I love you, please.
You have to trust us.
Like, I don't know why, but they do.
Because of my very reassuring voice.
No.
Hemlock.
You know us.
Hemlock, when you say that,
You give me.
Hemlock,
Yeah.
Prar, who's holding your face, the static starts to peak. And then Tempter, and then
Wait.
Moon Wizard.
Good boy!
There you are. Okay, cool. Where's the door?
You spin
I don't want to
around.
deal with that.
I ran into one. It really hurt. I don't know what's going on, and I'm kind of scared.
Prar, you
Yeah, we're
It's
in the same
okay, me
boat too,
too.
buddy. We're gonna have to go.
Prar, you look at the opposite side of the canyon, and there is a door. The wave hits the floor of the canyon and is now rushing towards you.
I am like picking up Hemlock and just like go.
The four of you rush through this door, moving into the next dream. Daisy. It has been 3 weeks, and you have heard nothing from your mother.
Are the weird people still here?
No, they left a while ago.
Oh, thank God. I'm hungry.
You move down to the kitchen and start preparing food for yourself. What are you making?
I'm making shepherd's pie.
To go through
It's got pork, ground pork on the bottom, and then carrots and celery and cream corn and really good mashed potatoes on top.
That sounds really yummy.
I
What the
totally don't
fuck?
have that in the oven right now.
Lucky.
How dare you?
You go.
I made it last night and I didn't cook it enough, so I have to cook it more today.
You go through the process of cooking the shepherd's pie, and it's done, and it's sitting on the kitchen table, and it's resting, and you have to wait for it to cool off. And as you're sitting there waiting, sitting at the table, you look up, and there is a door.
Fuck? Oh, must be here. Maybe that's a new portal. I'm gonna grab the doorknob and open it.
You open up the door, and
Mom.
as you open up the door, there's just inky blackness behind it, and then 4 figures barrel in and crash into you. Full speed.
Do they land on my shepherd's pie?
No, your shepherd's pie is fine.
Oh, thank God.
Please, God, no.
But you,
No.
Please,
God.
please no, please no.
Please don't let us destroy the shepherd's pie.
but you look up,
Daisy!
you look up at the figures, and you
Daisy.
just see static where faces should be.
Oh. The creepy people are back in my house. Why are you in my house?
You have a lovely home.
It's very pretty.
I've-
It's a very nice house.
I've never actually.
I don't have any waffle fries.
I never
It's
got
okay.
to
It's
enjoy
okay,
the
we don't
house.
need
I do have to
I was
eat.
here. I got turned into stone.
Maybe that's not the best thing to
Right.
lead with.
That's probably,
How-
yes. I don't think that's the best topic to lead.
Oh yes. Yes,
I-
terribly sorry.
I do not exist. I am a little tiny figment of your imagination.
You're very
Daisy,
real.
I hope not, actually. That would
I'm
be
not
very...
real.
That
That would
more
be
fucked
very
up.
bad.
you're just a really weird, hard, whatever's the fuck.
No one's supposed to see me. I do not exist. I'm not here. And I'm gonna crawl
You do
back into the
exist,
vent.
Daisy.
I
If you
will
don't
follow
go
you
in the
into-
vent, it's gonna make
Daisy,
really
please
hard.
come
It's-
back here.
You know my
Daisy.
name. Oh no. Mom's gonna get in trouble.
Moon
But
Wizard.
your
Daisy,
mother
you're
is
fine.
not going to.
We know
your
who you
mother's
are.
not going to get into trouble. You're fine.
Trust us.
They're going to kill me.
Moon
No,
Wizard.
they're not.
No, they're not.
Wait, as this is happening, and the 3 of you are trying to comfort Daisy, Moon Wizard, there's a really good looking shepherd's pie on the table.
Oh. Hubba.
What do I say?
Moon Wizard, this is not
time
the
for this.
Moon Wizard. This is not the time.
Do
It's
I
not the time
see?
for this.
Do I see Move Lizard try to grab my shepherd's pie?
Yes.
I do a little don't mind if I do gesture.
I will. I'm gonna roll to hit.
With what? You do not have your weapon.
No, we don't need to start another
With
fight.
my fists.
Okay.
Because this is young. This is Daisy before she became an adventurer, and she's never met people besides the frog that lives over by the little pond, and the other animals.
Daisy, look at me. Daisy, can you look at me for a second? Can you stop this violence and look at me for a second, please?
No,
A very brief moment.
I rolled a hit.
Roll your attack.
I don't know if that would. Why didn't that roll? Because I didn't have the game open. That would be why.
Wow.
I have the character sheet open, the part that matters.
I think roll 20 is the part that matters.
I mean, we don't
Daisy.
use it that often, to be honest. Did that roll? Why isn't that rolling? Why is it being a bitch? How dare. I've tried to roll this multiple times. Let me punch.
Yeah, no, mine's not rolling too. It's really weird.
If it-
Okay,
Mine
well, I
rolls.
have. I'll roll a
Oh wait,
d20.
there it goes.
Oh.
Don't worry
Um,
about that.
Okay.
Ignore that.
That's a 17 plus 6.
Yeah,
Do
you
I
just
hit Moon
you
Wizard?
just deck this old man in the face.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Daisy, please stop. Daisy, please look at me. Look at me. Look at me
My
briefly.
pie!
Daisy,
Also
Daisy.
mighty in the 7 cosmos.
Daisy, 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 look at me, Daisy,
Who the fuck are you?
look at Worm.
Tiny little bitch.
I took out Worm. I just present
Daisy.
to her Worm.
Daisy,
Got a
just-
cute snake.
I start talking to the worm. Okay, who the fuck are these people? Why are they in my house? I only trust you. You are like me.
Worm is just like, hey, how's it going?
Hi. I don't like people in my house.
Why? You know them.
I don't know these people. Who are these people?
They're your friends.
I don't have friends. Well, I have my mom, and I have Brambleberry. But other than that, and all of the forest animals. But other than that, I guess I have a
Daisy.
lot of friends.
Wake
Yeah.
up. You have to wake up.
Ew,
This is
what do
all
you
a dream.
mean?
Remember.
I don't know what's going on.
Daisy,
Can I roll, like,
I
an
hope that Worm is
intelligence in
telling
my
her the
hand.
important stuff.
Should I roll it? You know what? Can I roll an insight check?
Roll an
Or
insight.
something.
Roll an insight check.
That's an 18. Oh, apparently I have why did it make me roll twice? I don't know why it rolled twice.
We'll take the 18.
That's weird.
You can tell the
Okay.
snake is both being truthful but also fucking with you.
Why are you fucking with me?
What? And then like, Worm just goes back into your cloak, Hemlock. Just like disappears.
Why is your worm fucking with me? But also,
Because that's just a type of snake Worm is.
friends?
Yes.
Friends? Daisy,
I-
remember?
Friends.
You gave me a gift that turned me human.
Yeah, what the fuck are you?
I'm a Warforged.
You look really shiny.
That's because I am.
You look like a weapon or a crown or armor.
I suppose that is accurate.
Very pretty.
Even so, thank you.
Oh,
Even so, please, you must
you've got
remember
very
us.
nice features.
She just like could like start like going like tapping all over.
Has jumped onto your
Yeah.
shoulder and is just now grabbing because she's in the tiniest, the Feywild, tiny
like
little
tiny
form.
rabbit form.
Yeah.
You sit on this figure's shoulders and you're instantly just hit with nostalgia, recognition. You've done this before.
I feel like my heart starts fluttering just a little bit, remembering the the beginning when I just met Tempter.
Daisy, it's
Uh,
me, Tempter.
My first love, and then
And you hug Tempter.
Strategy.
You God damn it.
And Tempter's like kind of
I am
as much as they
covering
can,
your
just like
eyes.
doing this back as the hug, because you're so tiny.
You hug
Just like putting their arm around
you
you.
hug Tempter and you pull back and the static starts to peel, and then so does the static around everyone else's faces.
Are you gonna stay on my shoulder? Otherwise, I was just gonna put you on the top of my head.
You can put me on the top of your head. You can put me
Alright.
wherever you want, Tempter.
Okay. Tempter's just like, you remember now.
You remember Daisy.
I remember.
And Tempter's gonna put you on the top of their head.
God, I haven't been this small in so long.
All right. Operation Take Out Worm worked. Let's leave.
That'd be nice if we could leave before anything happens.
Yeah, no, I don't see any of the
I'm-
guys.
I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
gotta get out of here.
What's gonna happen?
I don't
We're-
know.
Figures are
I'd rather not
chasing
find
us.
I really
Uh,
don't want to find out.
Yeah, me neither.
From what I've come to
Okay.
understand, inky figures, masses, monsters have been chasing us throughout our dreams.
Okay.
I'm assuming these are dreams, considering I collapsed the moment I stepped out the mansion.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Let's get the move on.
Is there
Yes.
a door anywhere that should that be where a door is?
Roll a perception check.
Can we all
All of
look?
us?
Just
If
Brar.
we clench all at the same time, really
Just-
hard, we
just
can
Brar?
wake up.
23?
I don't see anything.
It was just
I'm real
just,
good at seeing.
just Brar.
I kind of see things. Sorry.
You look around. You've been in this room before, and you've seen the doors that belong to this room before. There's no doors that should not belong. But you do notice those figures standing outside the windows, staring into the cabin.
Upstairs. We're all going upstairs.
And then you all
Peter
hear
starts running.
banging on the windows. Where are you?
I am pushing people upstairs.
Where are you?
Trust
where
me,
are you
Tempter is
going?
running.
What room are you going to? There are
you're-
3 rooms.
Daisy's just like,
This-
on
there-
Hold on.
There are 3 rooms upstairs. There is Daisy's mom's room, Daisy's mom's office, and Daisy's room. Where are you going?
I'm gonna duck into the office.
You duck into the office. Does everyone else join?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
We're
all,
not separating.
you all join in and close and lock the door. What do you all do? You can hear glass breaking as figures are now entering the cabin.
Oh, they're ruining my house.
Tempter's looking around for another door that should not be there.
Tempter, you
I'm
didn't.
looking through everything.
Okay. Tempter, you don't see anything. Brar,
Okay.
roll a perception check. This is a Brar thing.
Another 23.
You look around at this room, and while you don't see any doors, you start to just see through the walls. Everything is just slightly translucent, and then you realize everything in this room is just slightly made out of this shimmering black substance. What do you do?
There's no window in this room, is there?
No.
Is this like a power of friendship thing? We have to hold hands and like chant or kiss a little.
I'll kiss you.
I'm not kissing any of you.
I'll kiss everyone on the forehead. I go and kiss everyone on the forehead. I jump from head to head.
You give everyone a kiss on the forehead.
I
Yes.
feel the power of friendship coursing through my veins.
There must be something we're missing in here. At this point, do we hear the ink blobs pushing on the door or no?
You can hear them running up the stairs and getting closer.
Okay.
I'm still like looking through everything to try and find anything.
You
Is the infinity closet in here or in the mom's room?
that was in the mom's room.
So I thought. Okay.
There is a desk. You just start searching through everything, looking for something. Roll an investigation check.
12.
12. You see papers, but they're blank. You've searched through these drawers before, surprisingly, and you know there was stuff in these. Now that's just blank paper. Like the memory could not fully recreate what was in here. What do you do, Brar? As you all now hear the figures slamming against the door.
And there's still just the door out of the room.
Yeah. What do you all do?
I have an idea
Right.
that could get me killed.
I don't have. Lay it on us. I don't have any ideas.
I open the door and walk through it.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Why
I have
don't we all?
nothing else.
Open the door.
Okay.
You open the door.
Yes. I open the door.
We're gonna die.
I want you to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Just per.
Roll 20, I swear to God, if you fuck me. 15.
You open the door, and everything outside is just inky black. Just this liquid is pressed up against the open doorway. What do you do?
He's gonna take a deep breath. And he's gonna walk straight in, like, straight through the door.
You all watch Prar walk through and disappear into the darkness. What do you all do?
Jump into the darkness.
Fantastic.
If this is how I die, this is how I die.
Daisy goes in.
Tempter's gonna start walking towards the door, stop right in front of it, gather their nerves, and confidently walk through, following them.
Tempter walks in.
Hemlock does a barrel roll through it.
Hemlock barrel rolls
Oh,
through.
Moon Wizard's kind of like doing a little like jog in place and just swan dives right in.
Moon Wizard, you, the last one, swan dive into the inky darkness, and you all wake up. Standing above you, you are all laid out on cushions inside the mansion. Standing above you guys is Tekek. And you see Nori is sitting in a chair on the side, just asleep. Tekek notices you all and is like, "What? You guys are awake." Nori, they're awake, and just taps Nori, and Nori wakes up like, huh? Oh shit, oh, and just like looks and just like, they just pull you all into a hug.
How long have we been
happened?
out?
I don't know how to feel right now.
You all,
I feel like I just had a really bad trip.
you
Hold
all,
on, I think I'm gonna throw up.
interesting thing, you all feel like shit. You all take,
Yeah.
Alright.
I knew it was food poisoning.
you all take,
Fucking giving us.
I did not eat.
you all take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And Tekek looks to you guys like, what happened? What happened to you guys? You guys have been out for a week.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Can't
James.
catch a fucking break, can we, guys?
Her's
Oh,
just gonna walk over to Nori and sort of like flump and like bury his face in like his shoulder.
Nori just holds you.
Why? Whoever is watching over our dreams is a real fucking dick. Because I used to have good dreams. I used to have really great dreams until I met y'all. No offense.
I used to not.
Sorry.
I'm
I
gonna go
used to
beat
not
up the
dream
moon
until I
man.
met you.
Oh.
I used to
I'm
not
gonna
dream
go
until
beat
I
up the
met
moon
you.
man. Moon man for my
Oh.
shitty dreams.
The Keck quickly
Is this
gets
the work of the Ooblex?
who are you asking that to?
It's a general question. Opinions, people, opinions.
Maybe.
It could possibly be. I think it's the work of I need a nap.
You just took a nap for a week. What do you mean you need another nap?
No, I need a nap.
The Keck's
Not
I
getting.
need.
The Keck is like flying around, getting you guys like water and small bits of food to like slowly get you guys back up to working
I'm
condition.
EP.
You are all incredibly sore.
Everything hurts, and I think I still have a cold.
My joints feel rusty.
Hemlock starts crying.
Oh. Poor baby.
The door.
Perhaps.
And if I started crying, everybody would think it was weird.
Why would we think that was weird?
The door into the mansion opens up, and you all stare as this black figure walks in. But it's just Groth, the Dragonborn. And he
Rob, you scared me. Don't do that.
it's like, oh, sorry. Wanted to let you all know we're in.
It's okay.
We made it to Novin. We're at the next town.
No, I'm gonna take a nap.
Already,
Peace out. Good night.
I do not believe we are well suited to head out yet.
Hemlock lays down and just passes out.
You all
Yes. It's not good times.
rest and recuperate, and that is what we'll end this session. Thank you all for stopping in. Thank you all for playing. We'll see you all next week. Until then, goodbye.